Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and to a new video. So a few weeks ago LXQt reached version 1.0, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can install it on Arch Linux, but if you're on another distribution and you have LXQt already available, what I'm going to show you here, especially about the customization, should be the same. So without too much talking, let's jump into the video. So LXQt is the successor of LXDE, which was based on the GTK toolkit, and LXQt is based on Qt or Qt. So in this video I'm going to install it quickly on Arch Linux, but what I'm going to show you here is going to be basically valid with other distributions as well in terms of lightness of the desktop environment and also the customization options, because the desktop environment will be the same for every distribution. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can install the latest version of LXQt, which reached version 1 just a couple of weeks ago after 8 years of development. So let's go ahead and install the packages we need. So this is a basic install of Arch. I already installed the base system here, so I'm just going to build up here the desktop environment with the display manager. I'm following the Arch wiki for most of the packages, but of course feel free to variate if you have other needs. So I'm going to type in here sudo pacman-s. The first package I want to install is the LXQt package, which is basically including all LXQt packages we need for the desktop environment. And I'm going to install also an icon theme. In my case, it's going to be the papyrus-icon-theme. I'm going to install also a couple of themes for my installation. So one is the arc-gtk-theme. You might be wondering, well, LXQt is based on Qt, why are you installing GTK? Well, because this is actually the theme that GTK applications are going to use into LXQt. I'm going to install afterwards also arc-kde, which is actually the Qt version of the arc theme, but that's in the AUR, so I cannot install it with Pacman. And I'm going to install also the display manager, which is SDDM. It's the recommended one, but you can actually choose also any other display manager of your choice if you wish to do so. And the last package I want to install is the Xorg-server. I'm not going to install the whole Xorg group here. I just want to install the server, just the package I need, and then I can hit enter. So here I can accept the repositories, also for the fonts. And here I can basically hit enter to proceed with the installation. So this is going to take very little time, because you can see here we have only 50 packages. The installation should be pretty quick. The icon theme is always the one which takes longer. And also updating the cache takes a moment here, and then we will be done. So we installed now the packages. What we need to do here, we need to activate the display manager. And to do that, we can type in sudo systemctl enable SDDM. This is the display manager I chose. And now you can see we have the symlink created, so when we reboot the machine, the display manager will display itself. So what we can do now, we can just type in reboot and reboot our machine. It's going to take a moment to do that. So I'm going to hit Arch Linux here, and if everything went well, we should be greeted by SDDM. There you go. We have SDDM here. We have the LXQt desktop is already selected. The keyboard layout, you have to change it afterwards. So let me just enter my password here and go into the desktop. So we have a few things here to change. You can see the resolution is also not correct, but I will change this immediately. Just gonna go here in the menu and go to preferences. Don't worry about the icons missing. We are gonna check this in a second. What I need to do here is to go to monitor settings, and I'm gonna select my resolution, which is 1080p. And I can click apply and also save, so that it's saved for the next time. And I can click close. So this is the LXQt desktop, very standard. But let's go again into preferences here and go to settings and go to configuration center. So you can see we are missing a lot of things here. No worries, we can double click here on appearance. And for the widget style, it's basically going to show you what kind of widget you want to have. So what kind of windows you want to have. You have Fusion here. You have also Windows, up to you. I prefer Fusion here. So I'll go back to this one. Now the icon theme I want to have is actually Papyrus Dark, because I have already a dark theme here. So I'm going to click apply. And for this to take full effect, I need to log out once. I'm going to do it afterwards. And for the LXQt theme, I'm gonna go with Arch colors. We have an Arch Linux theme here already selected. And you can see it changes also the colors here in the bar. Now let me close this and close also this window. I'm gonna log out once here for the changes to take full effect. So I'm gonna click log out and enter my password again. And now we should have also the icons appearing here in our menu. There you go. So let's go back again in our LXQt settings here and configuration center. You can see we have also here the borders of the windows which are not yet themed, and that's because LXQt is based on OpenBox. If we open OpenBox, we have several themes here already pre-installed, but these are not the ones actually I want. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this up and I'm gonna open up the terminal, and while I'm at it, I'm going to add it here to the taskbar, just so, and open it up. And I'm going to actually configure this as well very quickly. Opening the preferences here, you can choose the font. In my case, I'm gonna choose here the Terminus font because I really like this font for the terminal. I'm gonna bump it up to 16. The color scheme, I'm gonna leave here Linux. The widget style is shift and default, that's fine with me. Scroll bar, I don't need a scroll bar. Tabs position is there, but I'm gonna deselect it here because I have only one tab. The cursor is underlined for me. I don't wanna have the menu bar. I will leave the window borders for now, but I'm gonna hide the tab bar with only one tab and then click apply and OK. So this is how it looks like. It's not really elegant here, but we're gonna change this in a second. And I forgot actually also to change my keyboard layout because this is actually booting up with the US keyboard. So let me go here under keyboard and mouse and keyboard layout here and add my keyboard, which is the Swiss German keyboard here. And I'm gonna select it here, click OK and remove the English one. And now I can type without typos. So what I want to do here, I want to actually install also the Arc KDE theme because that's based on Qt. So let me type in here git clone https:// then aur.archlinux.org/arc-kde. This is the package I want. So we can clone this and then move into the directory. If you are on other distribution, probably ArchKD will be in the repository, but on Arch, it's in the AUR. And then I can type in make pkg-si, and it's gonna take a moment here to build the package and install it. It shouldn't take too long because it's not a big package. I need to enter my password here and install now also a couple of other things. You can see I'm installing also Quantum, which is a theming engine, Quantum Qt5 and Quantum Theme Arc as well, and for a reason I will show you afterwards why. And now the packages are installed, so I can actually close up the terminal here and do not ask again, and I can open here, for example, again my system preferences, configuration center. Again, I go to OpenBox, and you can see here we have several new themes. Now the one I want is actually Arc Dark. So I'm going to click this and you can see immediately the border of the windows here are changing corresponding to the theme. I can click close and I can click close here as well. And I can open up also the Quantum Manager right there. And I want to change the current theme. So I'm just going to click here and select here instead of Quantum Default Arc Dark and then click use this theme. And you can see now it applies the theme on the widget as well. So this is very quickly how you can configure LXQt, but if you open up the terminal now and we type in free-h, you will see it uses very little memory. It's about 300 megabytes, even less sometimes depending on what your computer is doing on the background. So it's a very light desktop environment, and I would definitely install it on an older machine where resources are limited. Now when we install the LXQt package, let me close this window here. We installed also the lock screen, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually delete this and try to lock the screen with the lock screen. You can see actually here the screensaver has not been actually installed. So let's install one. So let me open up the terminal here and type in sudo pacman-s. I'm going to install XScreenServer. You can also install other ones, but they have to be compatible with XTG utils, otherwise they will not work. So let me authenticate here and install the packages. This is actually a fairly configurable screensaver. So now it's installed And let me close the window here, and I'm not sure if I have to log out. Let me check here. I click lock screen. Yeah, probably I have to log out one more time. So let me click here and click log out and click yes. I need to authenticate one more time. And now if I hit lock screen, you can see it locks automatically. Now there is a fade effect here, and you can see this is one of the animations we have in XScreenServer. So we can type in my password. And we are back in our desktop. Now we have XScreenServer here installed, so XScreenServer is there. We can of course configure this with many different things. We have a random screensaver as well. We can lock after a certain time, and here under advanced we can also change some other things, like for example text manipulation, or also the theme. Right now it's going to show like this. Not really the most modern one, but it's actually very functional. Let's go for example with borderless. You can see this looks a little different, but you can choose other themes as well. So this is how you can quickly build your LXQt desktop on Arch, but if you're on other distributions, you should be having actually LXQt 1 pretty soon. It's a very light desktop environment, and if you have especially an older machine with little resources, definitely give LXQt a go. You will probably like it a lot. So this was LXQt 1.0. If you install it in Arch, let me know what you think about it. And again, if you're having an older machine and you want to install something light, a very light desktop environment, LXQt is definitely a great choice. So if you try this out, let me know in the comments below how you like it. And if you have any question about the video, let me also know in the comments below. As you know, I will try to answer you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I'll see you very soon in the next one.